and welcome to another edition of Sports. This is a feature you guys wouldn't want to miss this evening as we're talking horse race. So before we go into our guests, we'd like to show you the clip of the horse race of the third leg of the Triple Crown in St. Thomas. So you guys just stick and stay and watch the clip as we go along. And there you have it, guys. History in the making. So you know in the studios who we have. No other than Paul.
Letty Hodge.
And we have with Letty.
We have, of course, Roy Barry, along with Violet Letty Hodge.
Yes.
And of course we're celebrating the victory. So good evening, Letty, and good evening, Roy.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Great to have you here this evening, and we're really hoping that you guys are gonna give us a call and send your congratulations to Violet Letty Hodge, the co-owner of Really Uptown, who of course now is the first ever Triple Crown winner. And what a win it was, and the Union Jacks really flew, didn't they, Letty?
That's right. Very surprising.
Very, very. I mean, I looked around and I asked myself, are we in St. Thomas or are we in Tortola?
That's right.
It was unbelievable.
Now, guys, if you're checking in with us, our numbers to call is 546-1179, 546-1179. If you're checking, if you want to text, it's the same number, 546-1179. Like I said, in the studio, we have no other than two heavy hitters in horse racing, Roy Barry and Violet Letty Hodge, and we're here celebrating the victory of Really Uptown, the first ever Triple Crown winner in the Virgin Islands. Once again, I'd like to congratulate you, Letty, and a job well done. I know it took some time for you to get here. We've been hoping to have you a while now because you've been just winning. So before I let Paul get into it, I just want to ask you, I know you've been in horse racing for a long time. How did you get started?
Well, it's been, like I say, in the blood. My father was in horse racing many, many years, and my grandmother before that. And this was way, way before I was born. But that's how I got into it.
Okay, well, before we get fully into Letty, I want to get to Roy a bit, because Roy is here on behalf of all the horse owners and himself having owned a horse. Roy, how hard is it to find not just one horse but two horses in expectation and Really Uptown to get them to the caliber that Letty has done to defeat St. Thomas and St. Croix?
Well, I think horse racing has some luck to it, but on the other end of that, you need to have somebody who's living in the States, following the horses, and can actually guide you in the right direction. And I'm sure Mrs. Hodge has that on her side, so she has been quite fortunate to be able to get some great horses.
All also, from your perspective of training the horses, finding a trainer, because even if you get a great horse, you know, somebody has to know what to do. What in your stables, what do you all do? How do you decide who is or isn't a good trainer?
Well, when I owned a horse, my brother was a trainer. But the thing with the trainers, they have to be dedicated to horse racing. You have to have that love for the horse, because if you can't connect with this horse, the horse is not going to produce for you. And what I've seen with Letty's trainer, he has been able to connect with the horses. He not only train, but he also rides the horses if there's nobody to exercise them. He's an exercise rider, and he's also a farrier.
Wow.
So he's an all-arounder. So he's always in contact with these horses. So it's like he can speak to them and they speak to him. So that's a union there.
So in retrospect, he's a horse whisperer, okay?
Very good. Letty, can you relate to what Roy is saying there with the trainer that you have?
Yes, it's very true. It's very true. He connects. He's really connected. You know, he sits there. Sometimes when some other trainers go in and do what I have to do, sometimes I go up there and he's just standing there, just watching them and watching them. He said they can't talk, so I have to look at him and see what they're telling me. So he's very good with horses.
Now let's just remind the folks at home that we are here live tonight. We are celebrating Violet Letty Hodge, the first ever Triple Crown winner of the Virgin Islands. And we are asking you to get on the phones. The number is there. Carl, just give the numbers.
Our numbers are 546-1179, 546-1179. I just want to say also we apologize for not including Bob Hodge, which is Letty's husband, and the Reign of Fame. For these horses, like I said, Letty, a horse like Expectation. When you have Expectation and you're looking at really uptown, in your words, how would you class both of those horses?
Well, they're two different type horses, I should say, on the style of running. I mean, both of them run real good. Expectation to me was a fighter. We had more horses and more competitive horses when he was around compared to now that really uptown is out. Yeah, it's in picture. Really uptown so far, he has had 70 since I've gotten him. He had 17 runs. He won 14, lost 3. The 3 was 3 second, and he's on 7 straight wins right now.
Wow.
Versus an Expectation, I think when he came into, he had probably
he had 19 straight
wins.
Straight wins, yeah.
When he came in, was he always like a winner, or did he had some shortcomings before he got into the...
Yes, majority of the horses when they come, they lose.
They have to feel
yes, exactly.
Like
you have to find them and then see exactly where and what class.
When you go up to the States to look for a horse, I guess both of you can answer this because you've both done it. When you go up to the States and view a horse, what indicators do you, what makes you decide it's a good horse?
Well, first of all, I have an agent. We call it someone that looks out for get horses for you, and they will tell you, well, I think this horse is okay, and this. After Expectation had finished running, it took me like 3 years looking for another horse, and it takes time, because sometimes you pick a horse, he looks good on paper. We say his records and stuff looks good. But then when time come now to have him vet out, like they call, where a vet has to look at him and make sure he's okay, that's where you find the problems. It's it looks good, he's walking good, he's running good, but when you go on vet, you might find he has a chip, or you might find something else is wrong with him. So it's all different things. But the main part of having a good horse is to make sure he has 4 good feet.
We have a caller coming in. We're going to try and take that call. Good evening, Sports Desk. Go ahead, please.
Hey, good evening, guys. How are you doing?
Very well, thank you. Thanks for calling.
I'm calling to give high praise to Letty Hodge and Bob and NMB Stables.
Thank you.
You have made us so proud in the Virgin Islands. And to see that you have given us the first Triple Crown that gone down in history.
That's right.
Oh, Bob must be so proud.
Oh, yeah.
I'm so glad for what you have achieved. And we want to give you a great big hug for doing such great things. I'm so proud. Proud. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, there you go. Thanks for calling. There you go. First time, congratulations, call coming in. And very, very proud caller there, Letty. I mean, you could just feel the pride. I mean, when they call the horse's name out in St. Thomas, I was just, I mean, I had goosebumps.
Makes you think that you're back on the stadium.
I didn't feel like it was in St. Thomas because the whole crowd from left to right just cheered. Isn't that so, Letty?
That's right, yeah.
And you, I mean, I don't know about you, but I got goosebumps at that point. I got chills. It was amazing.
No, Paula, you made a statement. I wanted to hear Roy's view on
Searching for horses.
Yes.
and then what you really look for.
You need to have somebody in the States looking at the horses first and foremost, and you look at the splits, what time the horse is running. But then most importantly, like Letty said, you have to get a vet to check the horses, because like presently we are looking for a horse, but this has been going on for now about 6 months.
Wow.
You see a horse, you have him checked, you realize there's a problem, you have to go again. So it's like you're starting all over again. It's a tedious job when you're searching for a horse, if you want to get a horse that can come here and run for you and be competitive. It doesn't have to be one at the top level as really uptown, but he must have good legs if you want to be successful.
And in the past, we have found some high caliber horses, and we have found some low caliber horses, but the low caliber horses were running in the level of the high caliber horses. So it's a give and take or chance type. Oh, you have a call?
Yeah, we have a call coming in. We had also a text came in. They said, congratulations, big up to Letty. So the texts are coming in as well. Good evening, Sports Desk. Go ahead, please. Hello, you're breaking up a bit there. Are you there?
I think we missed that one.
Well, the caller is showing on, but we're not hearing him. So maybe we'll have to, maybe you can try and call back. We're not getting through that caller. And the producer is not saying anything there. So yes, they try and give us a call again and try and call back.
Once again, guys, if you're checking in, the number's on the screen, 546-1179. 546, if you want to text us, the same thing, 546-1179. We'd sure appreciate your call and texts.
And of course, the first text came in that said to congratulations and big up to Letty Hodge, and here's a caller trying to get in again. Good evening, Sports Desk. Go ahead, please.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening.
Well, I just got to say congratulations to the LMB stable and to the horse queen of the Virgin Islands. Make us all proud. Thank you very much for doing what you do, and keep on doing what you do.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Paul, I think I recognize that voice.
I was going to say turn on your television in the back, but it came through okay.
I think I recognize that voice.
Okay.
But Letty, the horse queen, that's the name that you're labeled with now. I mean, how do you feel being the horse queen of the Virgin Islands?
Well, I feel very good, especially being in a sport of a man's
Man
world.
dominated,
Yeah,
yes.
you know, and coming so far, I feel proud.
And we had another text just came in there that they said really, 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 really uptown. So I guess they're just so proud and pleased, you know. They come in really uptown all the way.
Now, I'm going to ask another question, which I think both you and Roy have been in this situation. You have been on the level of president or vice president for Horse Owners Association. Tell us how difficult and how hard it is when the both of you guys were in trying to get stuff like this done for the BVI.
Well, being involved in the Horse Racing Association is always very difficult because the biggest issue is money. Okay, we're running a sport whereby we don't have access to cash. We depend on the gate receipts to pay the horse owners on any race day. So if we don't have a large turnout, there's no money to spend. And sometimes you live race by race. So, and horse owners are sometimes very disgruntled, not really understanding exactly what's going on. But it is a difficult task to get horse racing up and running.
Well, what are we talking about to feed a horse for a day, for a week? What is it costing to feed, a top quality horse like really uptown?
For a week, it could run you maybe $200-300. But if you have to pay a trainer, you have to pay a groomsman, then the cost can escalate.
So you're talking daily?
Yeah, I mean for the week.
Oh, okay.
For the week. So, you know, it's,
for someone who wants to get into horse racing, what would your recommendations be?
Well, one thing I don't ever do is try to encourage persons to get into horses. I will say to them that it's expensive. So if you know you don't have the money to play in the game, don't come. That's the most I say to them.
I think we have another caller coming through. We'll try this one. Good evening, Sports Desk. Go ahead, please.
Hi, good evening, you guys.
Good evening.
And congratulations to Letty and her crew.
Thank you.
We want to go for the Governor Cup and Premier Cup. And my question, could this horse be shipped international, overseas, to compete? The horse is a good horse.
When you say overseas, are you referring to like maybe to Puerto Rico or further afield?
Mainland U.S.
Okay, thank you. We'll have Letty answer that for you now, okay? Thanks for calling.
Okay.
Good. Letty?
Well, it's something that I would like, but right now because of the quarantine issues and having to go to quarantine in Miami, if he was to go stateside or even to Puerto Rico, we'll have the quarantine in Miami. We're having a discussion now and trying to find out why we can't quarantine in Puerto Rico. Whereas when they have the Caribbean Classic, which is one of the every year, it's one of the biggest things in Puerto Rico. They bring horses from all over Jamaica, Mexico,
Yes.
and they do everything, and they quarantine right there in Puerto Rico.
Yeah, that's all.
You know, so and I'm saying we right here next to Puerto Rico, and I don't see why we have to go till to Miami to come back and run. But it would be nice.
Who pays for that? To sit the horse to go to Miami and then have to come back?
The owner.
The owner?
The owner.
That's very expensive.
You see, that's what I'm trying, you know.
Wow.
I would like, you know, so right now we're in a discussion and talking about it, but still it also has to be with the federal
Yeah.
government, and it's something, it's not something can be done overnight.
No.
You know, I tried with expectation, but
No, it's okay. We had a text come in. Well, we had a text come in, and they just said, as you said, Letty, you'll be the first Triple Crown winner, and Really Uptown was well represented. So they want to say thank you. So this person, rather than calling, sent a text, and thank you for sending in that text. I think I see a few others coming in here. Let me just try and catch them as I'm here. Person says, you want money in your hand, house and land, at vacation. You want bike, boat, and to own a car note, Really Uptown. So, I think I know where that one was. Good night, everyone, and congratulations to the Horse Queen on all the accomplishments. We at home are watching and would like to know how many horses does the Queen currently own. This person would like to know, Letty, how many horses you presently own.
Before she answers that, Paul, I think we have to take a break.
Take a break?
Yes.
Okay.
We're going to hold on to that text. She's going to be able to answer that text once we get back. So stick and stay. We're going to take a break from a word from our sponsors and we'll be right back.
I'm Kirk Adams, singer, songwriter, producer. Communication is key for me, so I depend on my Lime service to help me make it happen. My Lime BVI value plan gives me unlimited local calls to Lime mobile and landlines, 2,000 minutes to call third-party networks on island, 250 megabytes of 4G data. Plus, I get 650 minutes to call USA, Canada, USVI, Puerto Rico, and UK landlines. The all-new BVI value plan for just $99 per month. Sign up today and unlock additional savings on your choice of select superhero handsets from the BVI's leading 4G network. Lime. Value every moment.
If you're repping the VI, let them know it's not good.
Your moisture-wicking fabric isn't enough. Your zero-weight shoes aren't enough. Your carbon fiber racket isn't enough. The apps that track, analyze, and motivate you aren't enough. Nothing you put on is. It's up to you. You and what's inside you. What you put into it is what you get out of it. Simple as that. You explode into the record books. You show no mercy. You come back strong. You win from within.
Gatorade is distributed in the BVI by Road Town Wholesale.
Speedies, the ultimate way to travel in and around the Virgin Islands. We offer daily ferry services between Virgin Gorda and Tortola and St. Thomas on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. Speedies also offer 3 daily services from Trellis Bay, Beef Island, including a 10:30 p.m. convenient late run from Virgin Gorda. Explore paradise in Virgin Gorda with car rentals, deep sea fishing, private charters, and taxi services with free pickup offer. Don't settle for anything less. When thinking of travel in the Virgin Islands by land or sea, think Speedies. Full air-conditioned cabins and a well-stocked bar. For more information, call 495-5235 or 495-5204.
Is on sale at Lime. Talk XL for 5 minutes and get the next 25 free on Lime calls. That's much more than double your credit, and you get it every day. Lime, value every moment.
Welcome back, guys. If you're just joining us, we're talking horse racing right here. We have the horse queen in the studios with us, along with Roy Barry, who's been instrumental in horse racing in the British Virgin Islands for some time. And we're talking horses. We just want, like I say, congratulating Letty on her, Letty and Bob on the big win with Really Uptown, first-time Triple Crown winner.
And we had 2 texts come in. The first one was asked Letty how many horses that she had. There's another one that says, congratulations to LMB Stables, Letty, Bob, and the LMB Stables for a job well done. Next is the Governor's Cup. They didn't give Expectation a chance to get it, but let them stop Really Uptown. So there you go, Letty. You know, they know the history. You know, your fans know the history.
Oh yeah.
Okay, I guess the first question was how many horses?
Okay, I have 5 horses. 4 are running, and the 5th is Expectation.
Of course, yes.
He's still there on the track, and he's still like a legend. He has to stay there. I don't think if I take him and put him any places, he will survive. He just like to be there, and he just like to be around everything. So.
But every time you bring him out, as if he's going to race.
Yes, he does. He believes that. He really believes that.
We had another text coming here, like this is, so we don't fall behind him. It says, congratulations to Mrs. Hodge and her team. I remember Expectation. I was so pleased that I got a t-shirt with Expectation. Are there any intentions of a t-shirt with Really Uptown? Of course, we were giving them out. So where were you? I have a couple left. Maybe we'll have a question and give her a t-shirt. We'll have a question and give her a t-shirt. Okay, let's take this caller. Good evening, Sports Desk.
Good night.
Good night.
Just have one thing to say to Miss Letty Hodge. Congratulations to the horse queen for being a first Triple Crown winner.
Thank you.
Thank you. And have a good night.
Thank you. Okay, there you go. Okay, that was quite the decisive call there, Letty.
It sounded like a young person too.
It did. It's like a very, Letty has a very young fans, you know. You started calling St. Thomas. Listen, we have another text coming. I'm going to try and stay with them very quickly as we move on. Another text. Many things. Okay, good night everyone, and congratulations to Letty and her group. Job well done. Keep up the good work, and may God bless you.
Thank you.
That test. So thank you very much for sending the text, and Letty says thank you. I'll take another one quickly, and then we go to other questions. This horse ran well. Okay, we have a caller coming in. Let's take the call. We're falling behind here, Carl. Good evening, Sports. Let's go ahead, please.
Good evening, gentlemen, and to the calling of the Queen. I have 2 questions. First of all, congratulations.
Thank you.
How were you able to become so deeply into horse racing, being a woman in this extremely male-dominated sport? And the second question is, how much of it is the horse and how much of it is training, the good training? It seems like you have good trainers. Thanks a lot. Congratulations again.
Thank you. Well, I'm in it deep. Like I said, my father was the late Jim Lockhart from St. Thomas, who was a trainer and horse owner himself. So I grew up into it.
And you said his mother?
And his mother was into it
too.
Your grandmother? My grandmother, yeah, was into it. And I'm the only one that really, out of the family, that stuck with it, even though he wouldn't allow us to get close to the horses. That's why I'm scared of them now. But I like them. I love them. I love them. I just wish sometime I could just go up and touch them, but it's just the
So you
fear.
haven't touched them yet?
I touch them, but they're tied up, you know, and if someone is holding them, but to really touch them like how I want, no.
Have you ever ridden a horse?
Pony.
Okay, okay. I had some ponies here.
This is like when I was a child, though.
Okay.
You know those little shuttles you walk around in a circle? That's as far as I got.
So the caller also asks how much is trainer and how much is natural talent of the horse?
Well, you could say it's both. A trainer is very important because you could have a horse, might be good, but if you can't really find the horse, you'll never know the potential that he has. Like we really uptown, I thought he was a sprinter.
Right.
And we notice every time he runs a sprint, he comes off, he's not tired. So I said, okay, well, next race, let's carry him a little more, and a little more, and a little more, and you see the results.
There you go.
Yeah.
Okay, we have another caller coming. Let's take that call. Good evening, Sports Desk. Go ahead, please.
Yeah, good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening to you all. Mr. Barry, how are you?
I'm good. How are you doing?
This is your neighbor below you. Miss Letty?
Yes, there.
Congratulations, Miss Letty.
Thank you so much.
You're the woman to your word. You say, when you win it in Tatola Post, you say you're going for all.
That's right.
And you really get all. You believe in yourself, you believe in your heart, and you believe in your jockey. And congratulations, and I feel so proud of you. Although you don't know me, but I know you. And I know your husband proud too. All the best. You hear me?
Yes, thank you.
All right.
Okay. So she's your neighbor below you.
Yeah. She sounds like one of those wise women that sort of, you know, that
But
take you
it's
through.
amazing. Like I said, they come in all ages, and people that you don't think follow the races, they're up and up with everything that's going on. So, I mean, Letty, you have fans from small and old. You know?
But you know, what was so inspiring is to see the large number of BVI landers in St. Thomas on Sunday. And not only in St. Thomas, but also on St. Croix.
That's right.
For the second leg, you had a large turnout of BVI landers. So it goes to show that BVI landers love horse racing, but not just that they love horse racing, they show support for
the
BVI
own.
landers.
Yes,
That's
yes,
right.
yes,
They
yes,
are
absolutely.
competing.
Few texts coming in. Let me just give those quickly. He says, this horse ran 4 lovely races. Congrats to LMB Stables. Letty, you are the Virgin Islands Mrs. Twitty. I don't know what that is. Keep it up. So, I don't know if I meant to say, well, I thought they had TWITTY, so I'm just repeating what I see. Congratulations, Paul and Carl, for rating. Your rating is now a triple crown really uptown. So we get to congratulate it. Congratulations, Ms. Hodge and her team. Okay, we just want to remember back with expectation. He was pleased, and this person asked for a T-shirt, Carl. We have to sort of think of a question to give a T-shirt out
Yeah,
tonight.
but before we go to that question, I want to talk something a little controversial. I know both you and Barry, there's a lot of talk about upgrading and parimutuel and horse racing in the British Virgin Islands. I know you had a lot to say about it. Roy, you're supposed to have some information on it. Based on what we have just seen here, what do you think our government, or what ideas would you suggest to our government?
Well, before we get to parimutuel, I think what we need to do is look at increasing the size of the racetrack. That is what we need to do. If we can get a track up to maybe 6-7 furlong, we will have the best racetrack in
What
the
is it
Virgin
right now?
Islands. It's a 4 furlong.
Okay.
So we need to get the size increased. After increasing the size, we definitely will need to move towards parimutuel, because like I mentioned earlier, we run races and depend on the gate receipts to pay horse owners. With parimutuel, you can then introduce simulcasting. With that, you have persons living in St. Thomas, living in Puerto Rico, in the US, and they can bet on our track. We can sit at our track and also bet on races in the States.
And that would be legal betting.
Yes.
Yes.
And this will be a portion of this monies will go towards the racetrack, whoever is running the racetrack, as well as government will get some sort of revenues from the activities that take place on the track.
And the funny thing is, when I interviewed Bobo Bates said that in St. Croix, they actually lost money from the parimutuels, but made the money from from the simulcasting and the other things that they do.
That is true.
So the pari-mutuels doesn't necessarily mean they're going to, if it isn't done correctly, and they have horses, you know, and they lost money last year for their pari-mutuels.
Yes, simulcasting is what's keeping them alive.
Simulcasting was keeping them alive.
Because I think somebody big pulled out of the betting area
in St. Thomas.
Okay.
Another text for Letty says, Letty, your story reminds me of a modern day secretariat. Good luck to you. And keep on doing what you're doing. So that was another text coming in there. So the texts are coming in fast and furious. We're on top of them.
Okay. Now, Letty, your take on that.
Well, like Mr. Barry said, we need to improve the track. I know we have a lot of people say that we're down there and, you know, we need to run it ourselves. Yeah, you know, we need to, but we can't do it without help. If they don't want to, like he said, a simulcast and pari-mutuel, then we're lost. We still have to continue with this, hoping that something good. And you know, want horses to come. Competitive races is what we want. Right now on the racetrack, we don't have enough horses to even hold a race card.
Wow.
And that's how bad we are right now. We hope for St. Thomas to come. St. Croix, we have tried many years, and they don't show up. So it's between us and St. Thomas. And if St. Thomas don't show up, then we have no races. You know, so we need to get help.
We need to get some help.
And not just saying from the government to give us money. Yeah. If they will fix the track like how it's supposed to be, we wouldn't have to be dependent on the government. We make our own monies, and at the same time the government will get money at the same time from the horse racing.
Right.
But it's funny that you say that too. You got a call?
But I don't want to fall behind in the text. Let me just quickly we're here to congratulate Letty, not to talk politics. So Letty,
you start that one again.
Yeah. Didn't I? Is that cool?
Yes.
All right.
We'll get back to it.
Yeah. Give Roy and I a break. Okay, we got a call coming in. Good evening, Sports Desk. Go right ahead, please.
Hey, hello, good night, everybody.
Good night.
Listen. Letty the queen in this business a long time. Congratulations. You put away front band and turn him into back band. Congratulations, job well done. Big love.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. So let me try and catch up before the next call, because they've been coming in with this text. I'll just run into it very quickly so we don't stall here. And the person said, "Oh, okay. Now I see why they did not start running Triple Crown until last year, because if they had Aquas running, they would have probably scared the BVI. The BVI wouldn't be able to, would have wanted probably three times or more. But they say no, they didn't run Triple Crown because the BVI would have been winning it, of course, with that. From those days, so they understand why they didn't before, because we've always had good horses. Okay, good night, congratulations to Letty. I'd like to see a statue of Expectation and Really Uptown at our. That's a nice thought.
Yes.
So they want both your horses, Letty, up there. Caller coming in. Good evening, Sports. Let's go ahead, please.
Good evening again. Another question for Letty. When the races are really big races, are you fearful in the races? I take back on the Timber Yield race with Akin, the hype, and who was supposed to beat him and all of that stuff. Tell us how the race went from your perspective. How do you feel? Whether you're fearful about winning or losing? Thanks.
Okay.
Well, when they get in the training, and I go there and I see them and how they're walking out, and when they have the breeze, and I see, I have no fear. Once they're doing the work and the trainer tells me he's ready, then, but have fear? No, I don't have any fear. I always have faith in them.
So you have faith rather than fear?
Yes.
Okay, another text coming, Letty. Okay, they ask how many of your kids are into horse racing, and do you think that they would keep LMB stables alive in the future when you can't do it any longer?
Well,
that's a good question.
Well, for my children, I tried from small, but then none of my kids would do it. But my grandkids now, I have two. I have a grandson, Jermaine Arthur. He is, I mean, he believes he's a jockey, dresses. I tell you, I mean, he has a whole gear, you know, he has his own jockey name and everything. He is, everybody knows Bingy Perez is his name, and he calls himself.
What?
He is one, and then I have a granddaughter, but she went back to the States now, and she was also interested in it. But so far, it's only the 2 grandkids.
So far?
So far, and I'm hoping that they stick with it.
Yeah, well, that sounds good.
Yeah.
Another really a very important text here I wanted to hear. The person says here, and I'll read as clearly as I can, he says, really, 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 really uptown. I don't know what that means, but I guess it means really uptown, huh? I guess he's very pleased. There you go. So 4 races, he ran Boxing Day as well. Mrs. Twitty is what it's called. I don't know what Mrs. Twitty means. Was Secretariat owner. So I guess he. That's what he said. That's what he meant. Oh, Mrs. Twitty was Secretariat owner. Oh, so Mrs. Twitty. Okay, there you go. Explain that one. Okay. So this one is a little political. The association needs to get serious and just give the concession to sell food, and they sell drinks to help generate some more money as well. So the person thinks that the association needs to do some more. Well, neither Roy I on the association.
Well, I have a question for you and Roy while you're there. We're gonna talk this one. This is a little controversial. Hold on one.
Can I read the next text?
Hold on one, because you're not gonna let me get to this one.
Go ahead.
Sports tourism. The government is now talking about seriously getting involved in sports tourism. From Letty's perspective, you can see how horse racing generates and all that kind of stuff like that. I mean, from your guys' perspective, what would you tell your government now? What would you tell the government at hand now in reference to sports tourism, using horse racing as an example?
Well, I think Sunday.
Let Roy speak first.
Oh, I thought you wanted
me and you are talking. Let me get it. Because he's in a position right now for.
Go ahead.
Well, sports tourism is something I always talk about, and what we need is facilities.
And we don't have right now?
Not enough facilities where we can promote sports tourism at that level. When we talk sports tourism, we need to look at having colleges come in and have tournaments, maybe a week, 2 weeks. You have semi-professional baseball teams. You have cricket tournaments here. Sports tourism wouldn't just talk about BVI teams. Yeah. So we need to have stadiums that can attract.
Have you seen Bellevue Gym lately?
Yes, I did. I was there on Wednesday.
And were you pleased with that?
Yes, I am.
Okay. So,
but in terms of, for instance, the gymnasium at Rotown, you need to have a training room. Because if you're going to invite colleges, Division I colleges, you need to have all the facility there. Secondly, and very important, you need to have good hotels.
So you telling me...
We have a caller coming in.
Okay, I'll take a call.
We just missed the caller, so he's called back again. Good evening, sports. Let's go ahead, please.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Yes, good evening.
Good night to everyone.
Good night.
I noticed the government stepped up to the plate and they had an event there to celebrate the victory of Really Uptown. And I think just like a good athlete who may do well at the Olympics and come back to the BVI, I think Really Uptown should get a landmark name, someplace to the BVI, so that every year could be remembered. And they always be celebrated because we always know this is Really Uptown Street, or this is Really Uptown Park, something that name after him. So the name will be remembered and the legacy will go on. I think that somebody needs to challenge the government to see if they can do something like that. What you all think about that?
Okay, thank you. We'll let you answer that one. Letty?
Well, I will leave that up to the government to decide.
That's Ryan and Paul. Okay.
But there are a couple of texts, but a very nice thought. A couple of texts, I don't want to fall behind in them. There is a woman who owns a really, really, really fast horse named Really Uptown, and she is the horse queen, Violet Letty Hodge. I love you, Letty, from KK or KYKY, Kiki. Well,
okay.
Well, thank you very much.
Thank you.
KYKY, either KK or Kiki. I'm sorry so they don't fall behind. Is going to Puerto Rico an option for you? The person's asking here to complete your, I guess what you've achieved. Is Puerto Rico an option for you?
I would love to go to Puerto Rico. but like I said, it wouldn't be right now because of all the laws and the different rules and regulations that we'll have to go through, but it would be nice. Because I'm not going to go over there and beat their butts.
Right. Okay, another question here for you. Do you think that Way Uptown could beat the 19 wins of Aspectation? That's a nice question.
Once we get some competitive horses, I mean, everybody's shopping now.
As is now, I think he can, because like you said, there's not competitive enough, but...
But they're buying horses. I mean, horses going to be coming in just now.
Right,
Just like with Expectation, they always brought something new. After I win one, it brings something new, so...
Okay, another person just said, Letty, they'd like to see a documentary done on Aspectation and Really Uptown. That would be very interesting.
Yes.
So that goes way back.
Aspectation is a British invader, but Really Uptown really created a British invasion. Congratulations to Really Uptown and Letty Hodge and LMB crew. So that's for you, Letty, there. Congratulations, remark. I'm just trying to finish off the last two. Will Really Uptown be running for the Governor's Cup in St. Thomas Carnival races, Letty?
Yes, he will.
And finally, we would like to say thanks to Letty and Bob for giving us something to celebrate about. You have been the shining light in BVI horse racing.
And with that note, Paul, we're going to take another break.
And we'll be back after word from our sponsors.
Gatorade Lab Test 01 Prime, trial number 10. Fuel training. Trigger muscle response. Ignite. Gatorade Prime, part of the G Series.
Gatorade is distributed in the BVI by Road Town Wholesale.
When it comes to your health, being uninsured is never an option. Listen to some sound advice. Nagico's Nagicare is one of the best medical insurance plans your money can buy. We offer you solutions to medical coverage benefits tailor-made to your budget and preferences, so that the next time you visit a doctor, you can rest assured that we've got you covered. Visit our website, nagico.com, or contact a Nagico office or agent near you. Nagico Insurances. We've got you covered.
Are you planning on getting a new cell phone or accessories for the old one? What about a laptop, tablet, plasma, or even an LCD TV at a very low price? Well, the wait is over. Come on down to Sahid Department Store, cell phone and accessories, located in Road Town. We carry all major cell phone brands: BlackBerry, Motorola, Samsung, Nokia, LG, Sony Ericsson at low prices guaranteed. We carry brand name laptop computers from Sony, Acer, Toshiba. We have tablets from iPad 2, Motorola, Sony, Samsung, BlackBerry Playbook, and LG. To make that moment last forever, we carry digital cameras, camcorders, and watches for men and women. Now is the time to shop for that special gift for that special someone at Sahi Department Store. We have the largest cell phone accessories on island. Check us today for the lowest prices guaranteed. Speedies, the ultimate way to travel in and around the Virgin Islands. We offer daily ferry services between Virgin Gorda and Tortola and St. Thomas on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. Speedies also offer 3 daily services from Trellis Bay, Beef Island, including a 10:30 p.m. convenient late run from Virgin Gorda. Explore paradise in Virgin Gorda with car rentals, deep sea fishing, private charters, and taxi services with free pickup offer. Don't settle for anything less. When thinking of travel in the Virgin Islands by land or sea, think Speedies. Full air-conditioned cabins and a well-stocked bar. For more information, call 495-5235 or 495-5204.
is on sale at Lime. Talk XL for 5 minutes and get the next 25 free on Lime calls. That's much more than double your credit, and you get it every day. Lime, value every moment.
Guys, welcome back. We're in the last leg of the Triple Crown race right now. And in the studios with us, like I said, we have Roy Barry, the other famous Honorable Roy Barry, and we have the Honorable Miss Queen, Letty Hodge.
And a quick question for the Queen here, Carl, if I can jump in. He says, good night again. However, they understand that Letty is one of us by descent. Whether or not, they're very proud of her. And congratulations, Letty Hodge. So another congratulatory remarks coming in again for you. Says, now we have the Virgin Islands Triple Crown champion. Is our government going to do anything to step up and
step up the game
and stop playing? Just read so government representative to hear. Just read it so the government representative can hear.
You represent the government. Yes. We understand.
All right. Okay.
He heard.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So, congratulations to LMB Stables for this other great achievement. However, this is my question. Didn't ACT win in all 3 islands also? And Letty, would you consider training people in how to pick a horse? I like that question. We were talking about that before.
Yes, well, ACT won on all 3 islands, yes, but at that time it didn't have the Triple Crown races that we have now. So. But what I would like to do right now, I would also talk about my team, my winning team, which will be Jamal Harrigan, better known as Haggy, 1 Foot Pen, Blacks, Wendell Crook, Doc, my exercise rider, which is David Campbell, and in my St. Thomas A team is Michael Hodge, Robert Brady, and Buddy Henneman. My jockey, Alberto Soto, and my trainer, Antonio Cordero. That's the winning team.
That's a very big team, Letty.
Yes.
That's a very big team. I think people don't realize how big your team is.
Yes, because you know, I always travel around, so I always have one set in St. Thomas, and that one from St. Thomas will go to St. Croix.
Right.
And then I have a set here, you know. When I go, some of the grooms have to stay here to take care of the horses. Everyone can't go.
No.
Yeah, so that's the winning team. And I want to give thanks to them, because without that team, I wouldn't have a Triple Crown winner.
That's
we also would love to thank them, because like she said, without you guys, there would be no Triple Crown winner right now. So congratulations to Letty, congratulations to her team for representing us big time. Like I said, it's the first in history. There's so many congratulations coming in, so many thank you, so many suggestions. We hope that we can address some of them as they go along. Paul, I think you have something you want to say.
No. I was going to address my question to Roy. I was just going to ask Roy, how does he feel the magnitude of this win is? How big would you rate this compared to what ACT has done in the past? How big would you rate this Ray Uptown win?
I think this is a huge achievement. Expectation has been a great horse, but the difference between ACT and Really Uptown is he is running real fast and he is setting new fractions, and that is the difference. ACT would run and win. He will just do enough to win, but this horse is magnificent. I can recall in St. Croix, when he ran at 22, he ran at 44. I held my head because I said, we lose. No horse could run 22.44 and run a mile in 8. It's impossible.
Right.
But the more he went, the faster he ran.
Wow.
And he made believers on that day.
So are we saying that this horse can break records at any time?
That's what it seems like to me.
Well, I thought he would have broken the St. Thomas record, but the jockey just played with him. I don't think the jockey was bothering him.
You see, the thing is, he had no competition, 1, and 2. Bud White just ran the race before. You anticipate running Bud White for Carnival Friday, so you don't make sense go out there and show off for no reason. So you just let a horse run.
It's like a breeze.
It wouldn't be necessary.
We got a caller coming in. Good evening, Sports Desk. Go ahead, please. Hello.
Hello.
Yes. Good evening.
I would like to congratulate Letty. I must say she looks like a winner, and she and she has given me a reason to start going back to horse racing again, because I stopped with expectations, but now there's something to celebrate, and I'm going to go back horse racing again.
Thank you very much.
So I guess the next time you want to see him run, you'd have to go to St. Thomas, because she said the horse will be there for the St. Thomas races.
Yes.
Well, and that's going to be a huge race in that one in St. Thomas, especially with
that'll
Bud
be the
White.
26th.
And I understand Slevin will be back.
Yes.
And Bud White will be in that race.
That's right.
We have
And good prospecting.
Good prospecting. And they're all on rest.
They're all in there.
So we anticipate a very good race coming up on St. Thomas.
And that date is what again, Letty?
The 26th of April.
26th of April. Put it on your calendars. Get your flags. Get ready to go. The 26th of
Union
April.
Jack shirts
Get
and
your
everything.
Union Jacks out. Get ready.
And we know that's when Good Prospecting runs his best race.
He has to defend.
I'm wondering where Lesmo is calling for the night. He's the only one that hasn't called Lesmo. Okay, he said, yes, Mr. Barry, you are talking good about having the track expanding. Are the politicians listening? The track can pay for itself.
That's right.
And special big up for the queen of horse racing, Miss Letty Hodge. And he put YY3, I guess he's Love and Kisses or something came out as YY3 on here. But I guess he sent you lots of, whoever it was sent you lots of love and kisses there, Letty. So again, more talk there, Barry, about the expansion of the track. People are agreeing with you there.
I think it's important. If we want to move forward in a positive light, we need to expand the racetrack.
And do we have enough land to do that at where the present location?
The land is there, we just will need to negotiate with the owner.
Oh, okay.
And how long would the process take to carry it back and put it with I'm not an engineer, but
that could probably take you somewhere within a year, because you have to remove the stables, take the stables further back up in the above the racetrack, and then the track will run all the way up where the stables at now.
But my question would be, who do we have out there? Letty might be able to help us with that. Who do we have out there that's recommending stuff like this, or advising our government on stuff like this? I know you've tried.
Yes, everybody's trying, but it's like you running into a wall, because they associate gambling.
And that comes from the churches.
And that's come from, yes. So that's like it's what's really
it's a hard sell.
But I think as time goes on, people are softening up and they're beginning to understand more and more. Really Uptown, open the door. Really Uptown is really now
inside
taking us to another level, I think. We have another quick text coming. I'll read it. Paul didn't let Letty answer the Virgin Island descendant question. Oh, it was a question, they're saying. I thought it was a statement. Okay.
So if you have descent.
No. I'm from St. Thomas.
Okay, so she's from St. Thomas.
Yeah.
But hello, she flies our flag, and now she lives here. So
yes,
we're not giving her back to the St. Thomas.
Yes. I've been here. My parents been here way before. First time I came here was when I was 9 years old, and I've been back and forth since then. And I moved here in '86 to make it my permanent home. I always loved Tortola.
So she's one of us, basically.
Yeah.
We have a person has a very important request here. It says, Letty, please have Soto ride right uptown wire to wire for the next race with Carnival. Please go low to high. Please. I guess he wants you to run the horse.
Yes, to the end. Yeah.
To the end. And,
see what it's made of.
To see, I guess it's like when we're asking Usain Bolt to not to mess about and run all the way.
Run through the finish.
Yes,
They want to see what he's ready. They want records. They want him to break all the records.
But then chances are, if the caller just made, if really Uptown really went out and break a record, because I'm looking at some of the records here that's been held, and one of them is held by a Tortola horse. If he goes out and break that record, chances are nobody may ever catch it again for a while. So,
well, that's the idea. Then you have to start naming the horse after roads and different things, because you're saying, I kind of stamped the knee, I see.
Yeah.
I kind of stamped.
Yes.
So we could take it up to the next level. So when he starts breaking all these records, it gives us more reason to name the horse. So it might be, but I can understand not riding him in the last race, considering St. Thomas is a couple of weeks away, and there was no reason, as Roy said, to run him that hard.
Now, Paul, as we're getting close to the time of the clock, go ahead.
Could we just take his callers? It's what might be another one for Letty. Good evening, Sports Desk.
Hello, good night.
Good night.
I like to congratulate Miss Hodge and L&B Stable coming from her.
Thank you.
Okay. All right. Coming from, okay, well, Letty seems to know who it was. He started laughing. He said, coming from her. Okay, well, thank you for calling her. Because you're saying,
yes, we're coming into the Tarrier Club. We just want to give Roy and Letty last chances. Any suggestions, questions, or statements you would love to make at this time?
Well, I guess at this point I just want to congratulate Letty and her team for an outstanding Triple Crown run, and I want to take this opportunity to invite the BVI fans to the Governor's Cup race on St. Thomas. It's a walking day in the BVI, so please ask for permission from your workplace as soon as possible.
Letty?
Yes, I agree with Mr. Barry. Remember, the Governor's Cup will be on a Friday. So it won't be the Sunday. So like he said, put in you leave paper early?
Early?
Yes.
Wow. I don't know if
and I guess you would want to thank all those folks who were congratulating you.
Oh, yes, yes. And all the callers are calling today and wish me well. And I want to give thanks. And I will continue representing the BVI as much as possible.
I understand. Another text came in. It says, it's a good night. I'd like to congratulate the queen of the track, Letty Hodge. There you go. Another congratulations for you, Letty.
And Paul, yes?
Well, I have two more texts. Why not read them out?
Yes,
what is Roy's post on the committee? Roy is not in the committee. Roy is here as a horse owner, so I can answer that question. And says, first I want to congratulate Letty and her team. I have a way back question. Where were you? Were you the owner of Punchinella?
No.
No, okay, you weren't. We take one final call as somebody sneaking one in. Good evening, Sports Desk. Go ahead, please.
Yes, good evening.
Good evening.
This is Derek Marshall, Aruba. I just want to congratulate Letty, for her victory. And it's really a pleasure for being there, knowing that I worked so hard and my team worked so hard to get the Triple Crown going. And to see it come back to Tortola, it was, I don't know, I get goosebumps. And Letty, congratulations and all the best.
Thank you.
Thank you, Aruba.
Okay, guys.
We're good.
We're almost out of time. I just want to say thank you for all the callers that came in. Like I said, it's you got another text.
I'm trying to take one last call if I sneak it in.
Go ahead.
We have a call. Good evening. This is going to be our last call for the evening. Go ahead, please, Sports Desk.
Hi, good evening. How are you doing?
Very well, thank you.
Okay, I just want to congratulate really Uptown and the crew, Letty and whole crew, coming from Chief and the VG Massive.
Oh, cool.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. And we never even mentioned that there was a massive turnout from Virgin Gorda. Virgin Gorda boat left from Virgin Gorda full and couldn't pick up anybody in Tortola.
Wow.
Yeah, so, we forgot.
We have to mention the sponsor, that's Speedies.
We haven't
mentioned our sponsor.
That's the Speedies.
So, guys, before we close, I just want to mention all the sponsors. Lime, Road Town Wholesale, Play to Win, Speedies. We want to thank you guys for making this possible every week. And once again, like I said, we're coming to the end of our show. We would like to thank all of you guys who called in. Wish Miss Hodge and congratulations, Mr. and Mrs. Hodge. Congratulations on the Triple Crown winner, first ever. And I want to thank you guys, Roy, Miss Hodge, for coming through. Like I said, our show is your show. Anytime you want information, just come on in. I know you know how to get in touch with Paul. I'll find you on the road. And to all my street buddies for calling in, you guys represented. For all those people who called in, you guys represented. Thank you guys. And once again, this has been another edition of the Sports.
Can I just say before we go, don't lock me off. They said, Roy, they got your message and they'll be there for the 26th.
Oh,
okay.
On that note, the
end. I'm Kirk Adams, singer, songwriter, producer. Communication is key for me, so I depend on my Lime service to help me make it happen. My Lime BVI value plan gives me unlimited local calls to Lime mobile and landlines, 2,000 minutes to call third-party networks on island, 250 megabytes of 4G data. Plus, I get 650 minutes to call USA, Canada, USVI, Puerto Rico, and UK landlines. The all-new BVI value plan for just $99 per month. Sign up today and unlock additional savings on your choice of select superhero handsets from the BVI's leading 4G network. Lime. Value every moment.
If you're repping the VI, let them know it's not good. Yeah.